We are now in Striaton City. Pokedex caught 10. One badge, time 1:33. We'll go for 20-30 minutes. We're going to go west. Let's see who we can talk to. It seems to be a garden kind of area. They explain a TM can instantly teach a move to a Pokemon. You can use it over and over with different Pokemon. How cool is that? So this is the first game to have TMs that could be used on more than once. It's kind of like HMs now. You've got the gym badge, and the old man over there is pretty pleased about that. But yeah, that's a brand new thing with TMs. Very neat. We're now up to Route 3. We're going up. And there seems to be a little area here with a Pokemon daycare. So you can see some Pokemon just kind of running around in the daycare. So it mentions that if you leave a Pokemon there, a Pokemon can learn different moves than it knew when I left it there. Pokemon can only learn 4 moves, so you have to be careful. Yeah, so it is a way you can leave Pokemon to raise in the daycare center, but it's not really something that is generally worthwhile. But there's a PC here too if you want to switch and put another Pokemon in. The daycare center really is useful for breeding purposes when you have Pokemon you want to breed. I guess you can go in the playground and go for battles. We're going to go west from the daycare center, and it looks like we have a trainer who wants to fight you. Sees you from the distance. We've got Nursery Aide Autumn, who sends out a Lillipup. We've now got a Herdier. Herdier is very solid. Herdier became the ultimate Pokemon for speedrunning about 5 years ago, which was a little bit of a change, because prior to that, that was not the case. It used to be a Tepig route, so people would run Tepig as the speedrun Pokemon. So after that first fight, we're now facing a Muna after the Lillipup. Muna's going to give you a 111 EXP. Pretty quick win, 400 gold in this battle. Speak while making eye contact and express your feelings to each other is the same for Pokemon, or people and Pokemon. So now we're in the playground. If you talk to the first kid immediately to the left of the lady you just fought, you're gonna fight Preschooler Doyle. Why are you fighting preschoolers? But he is level 10 Panpour. Tepig used to be the speedrun in this game, and then it ended up being a situation where you could switch. You just go Tepig all the way, or you could go Tepig and then Drillbur, which would become an Excadrill, which was the route I used to run as a kid. 120 G from beating the Panpour, just 40 G. Not a lot of money from this preschooler. Oh, you went all out against a kid. Actually, that's a good thing. Thanks. And then if you go to the next preschooler nearby. With the Pans here, so we've got some of the Pan Pokemon here. Not quite as good as the gym leaders, Silent, and the others. So one weakness of Herdier's takedown is the recoil damage, but 120 EXP, 40 G. So one thing you gotta pay attention to sometimes is I don't know if I should have replaced the previous move with takedown, because takedown does do recoil damage. So I'm going to go back and heal. Probably should have put takedown on some other move. When you end up deleting a previous move, you should be kind of cautious in these games, because it's hard to bring back. Eventually, there's a move deleter you can go back to, and a move reminder, but that's always later in Pokemon games. So that's the kind of thing that can slow down a run a little bit. Not a big deal for this, because we are just going to run over these trainers. We are going to go and fight against another preschooler by the name of Tully. Preschooler Tully has the other Pan Pokemon, Pansage, which is a Grass-type Pokemon. We had just fought against Panpour, a Water-type, and Pansear, a Fire-type. And then we're just gonna... I mean, I guess I could use Bite as a potential move to not take down. That's not really necessary. 120 EXP. Herdier is now level 17. And that's going to give you another 40 G. So after all this beating up preschooler trainers, which is basically child abuse, we're going to go all the way back down to the right, and then we can fight against these preschooler twins. Twins Kumi, K-U-M-I, and Amy. They both have a level 10 Purloin, and what do we have? We have a Pansear. So Pansear's best move at this point is probably going to be Cut or Incinerate. That's a good question. Incinerate can hit both opponents, so Incinerate's a pretty good move if you happen to get a Pansear. Purloin's main attack is going to be Scratch, so it's just going to keep scratching. Bite may actually be the better move in the case of me not having the previous move. 50 EXP, 85 EXP for Pansear, because Pansear is functionally a traded Pokemon, because you're not the original trainer. Bite should finish this off with Pansear. So Herdier gets 50 experience, Pansear gets 85. So that's kind of the unique thing about this. They say, oh, our Pokemon got burned out, 160 G. So let's look at Pansear, right? Pansear has some interesting moves here. Cut is actually a slightly stronger move than Scratch. 50 power move versus a 40 power move in Scratch for Pansear. Slightly less accurate, but still pretty good. Incinerate ends up being the second best, functionally the second best move here on a Pansear, because of the same type attack bonus, which is about 1.5, which puts it to a 45 power. Then we'll take a quick look at Herdier as well. Herdier is now level 17. Takedown at 90 is the best damage move. 60 with Bite is second. Eventually, we'll be able to put Strength or something like that on Herdier, so we'll be okay. And that's not going to have any recoil damage. So we're going to keep going left now on Route 3. Guess we keep going, and then we run into Cheren. So Cheren says we both have a trio badge, let's do a rival battle. Pokemon Trainer Cheren. Going to bring out Snivy, which is the Pokemon that is strong against your Oshawott, except we're not playing Oshawott, really, because Herdier is even stronger. Herdier is going to go, let's go Takedown as the first move as Herdier. Recoil's fine, it's just such a strong move, it's going to get quite a bit off of Snivy there. Snivy does use Oran Berry, it has it attached, but Leer is not a particularly good move. If it is another Pokemon like Oshawott or Tepig, they're going to use something similar, really. I'm just going to go ahead and use Bite to wrap up. Oh, it didn't actually knock out Snivy because it didn't do as much damage. Snivy also has Growth as a move, but that just improves stats. Herdier's Bite is going to knock it out. 97 experience points. Cheren also has a Purloin, which is only level 12. If we use Takedown, it's just going to knock it out. $143 experience points. Why do you keep beating me with the same number of gym badges? We should be equals in strength, but that is 1200 G, so Cheren gives you quite a bit of money here. Out of the way! And Team Plasma just runs past you and Cheren. And then Bianca is coming with some rando. Why are you running? Bianca was trying to run after Team Plasma. Little girl. Bianca's trying to comfort a little girl because her Pokemon got stolen. Bianca wants to try to chase him down. Bianca's gonna stay with the little girl. In the meantime, you can go up into the grass and get a super potion. Look at how excited your trainer is, just showing off the items that they just got. I'm gonna run back and heal again just because I just used Takedown a few times. So we're going right and then down and then right again back to the Pokemon Center in Striaton City, and we're gonna heal. It's just free, so we're gonna heal, take our free chances. Anyone who's speed running probably doesn't want to do that and just wants to use potions, and probably doesn't want to use Takedown as a move. Generally, you might want to stick with like Tackle or whatnot. Something that doesn't do recoil damage, but if you're not running it all the way, you can just keep moving. Let's talk to the little girl. The little girl says, oh, why do they take people's Pokemon? Bianca's like, let's get the Pokemon back, but let's see what's in the grass here west on Route 3. We have a Pidove. We don't have a Pidove yet, it's level 9. Let's see if we can catch one. The thing, Pidove is a generally unremarkable Pokemon, but what it does is it is a flying type Pokemon, so later it can learn fly if I don't have anything else going. So you generally do want to catch a flying type Pokemon that you stick on your team. Now, in this game, generally you're probably going to want a Ducklet instead, because Ducklet can learn Surf and flying, but in the event you can't catch one, and for completion of the Pokédex, you probably do want to catch a Pidove. Very cool, get a level 9 flying type. That's going to be able to learn fly later. So, adds to the Pokédex, we're now at 11 on the Pokédex. So you can either go down or go right, but if you go down, Bianca's going to be like, please don't go that way. Let's take care of the little girl's Pokemon. So if you go to the west, you see an item, you see something rustling. Well, you can't go up to get the item yet, so just keep going left. Then you keep going up, and then go to the right in the grass, you can kind of go towards the item you just saw. There's going to be different kinds of Pokemon in grass. Patrat is one of those Pokemon. We already saw Pidove. Patrat is a normal type Pokemon. Pidove is a normal and flying type Pokemon. These are going to be easy to knock out. Good experience if you want to go and fight against them. If you keep going right, you'll fight. You'll come across another trainer who wants you to show her how you've been training them. Pokemon Breeder Adelaide, A-D-E-L-A-I-D-E. He's going to bring out a Patrat, kind of like the wild Pokemon that you just saw. Only level 9, this is a level 9 Patrat. Herdier has a nice move ability generally, which is Intimidate, which knocks down the attack of the Pokemon that you're facing. Adelaide has 2 Pokemon though, and the second one is level 9 Lillipup. Bite is really going to do most of the damage anyway. If you want to avoid recoil damage, you can just use that twice. Or you can just use Takedown if you want to go quicker and knock it out in one hit. 79 EXP on the Lillipup. And then we've got a Pidove. It's like all the Pokemon that are in this area, but now you're fighting them from a trainer, level 9 Pidove. Leer is not a particularly good move. Herdier's defense goes down, but Pidove we can just knock out with 2 of these bites, or we can do... Okay, so 76 EXP, 432 G for beating Trainer Adelaide. And then you get an Oran Berry, which is cool, but you can get berries in a lot of different places. When you spend that much time together with your Pokemon, they naturally understand each other. Okay, we're going to keep going down now towards that item you just saw. Meanwhile, you can keep running in other wild Pokemon, whether it's Purloin, Pidove, Patrat. I mean, that's what you're just going to run into in this area. Alright, let's keep going down. Herdier, if you fight everyone, keeps gaining in experience. It's now level 18 in experience. So one thing that's kind of unique in this game is you saw a little bit of rustling in the grass. So you can see Pokemon that are just hiding out in the grass. That's fairly new. That wasn't part of 4th generation Pokemon games. It's now in the 5th generation games. Nice little introduction. And eventually it becomes a big thing in later games. So you can get a Repel down here. Which, you know, not a big deal if you get it or don't get it, but you might as well get the trainer experience. If you go back towards the cave now, which was left of the trainer Adelaide, Cheren says they ran inside. We're feeling okay. He asks you if you're okay, if you are. If you say yes, you go in. You can't again see once you go in, you see an item to south of you. You can't grab it yet, but if you go west, you go left in the cave tunnel kind of area. We're going to go ahead and challenge Team Plasma. Team Plasma says the child cannot use a Pokemon to its full potential. Does that make the Pokemon sad? It's the same thing for all your Pokemon, so hand them over to us now. Better yet, we'll just take them. So we're battling Team Plasma Grunts. It's one-on-one. And then there's the other one-on-one, which Cheren's going to take on. Your rivals have become a bit friendlier than in previous games. We've got our Herdier here. And already level 18, there are a lot of benefits in just training one Pokemon up and up. If Herdier just uses a takedown against level 12 Patrat, that should knock it out. And it does. Patrat is out in one hit. Despite some recoil damage, 122 EXP, beating the Team Plasma Grunt, who is shocked to lose to a little kid. You get 480 G in... Team Plasma says, wow, how could we lose when we have right on our side? Cheren says, not bad. Okay, so return that Pokemon to that girl. You don't need to return it. There's more Team Plasma grunts coming. How troublesome. Not only do you fail to understand, but you actually got in our way to boot. There's 2 of you and 2 of us. We'll show you our combined power and teach you that we are right. Cheren says, so there were more of them? Still, why are Pokemon robbers acting so self-righteous? We've been friends our whole lives. We've got our others back. When it counts, let's show them how it's done. So here we go. It's another battle, but this time we are looking at a 2 versus 2. The Team Plasma grunts each bring out 1 Pokemon. They're both Patrats, both level 12. I bring out Herdier as the main character. Cheren's going to bring out a level 14 Snivy, a slightly higher level than the Snivy you just fought earlier. And use Takedown. It's a takedown for Herdier if you hit. It is not 100% in accuracy, but so no recoil. The Patrat can use Bite and moves like that. Critical hits, which is unfortunate. But the second hit on the takedown is gonna connect and knock out Patrat. 61 EXP for Herdier. Snivy now has Vine Whip as a move. That's a pretty decent early grass move. I'm going to use Bite to finish off this other Patrat because Snivy already weakened it. That's the second Patrat. Also 61 EXP, and now we've beaten both Team Plasma Grunts in an early 2 versus 2 battle. Team Plasma Grunts are surprised they lost, and they give you 960 G. Team Plasma Grunts then say, in order to liberate Pokemon from foolish people, we will take their Pokemon. Cheren, whatever. What a waste of time. Come on, what reason could possibly justify stealing Pokemon from people? Team Plasma says, Pokemon trainers like you are making Pokemon suffer. Cheren, what do you mean? I don't get that at all. Team Plasma will give you back the Pokemon, but be aware of how this Pokemon suffers from being used by people. Someday, open your eyes to your own complicity. Cheren says, trainers bring out their Pokemon strength. People believe in their trainers and respond to that. I don't understand what about that makes Pokemon suffer. Cheren's going to go ahead and return the Pokemon. You can keep going or not. We're going to go back and heal right now, just because we can. And then we will stop for the day. But let's talk to Bianca. Bianca says, Yo-Yo, thank you so much. The 2 of you got her Pokemon back. I'm lucky to have friends like you two. Little girl, thank you, mister. Please take these as a thank you present. You've got heal balls. So heal balls, you can throw them. Bianca explains they completely heal the captured Pokemon on the spot. How sweet of you. I'm gonna go see this girl on our way, so see you later. Bye-bye. So Bianca goes and brings the little girl back to Striaton City. We're gonna go back to Striaton City too and heal just because we can, and we're not speedrunning the game. Again, just taking advantage of the free heals. So we'll do that, and then we'll head back towards the cave for a save point. Generally, I like to hold at least 10 Pokeballs, even early game, because 10 Pokeballs will allow you to catch basically anything pretty early on, and if you see a bunch of interesting Pokemon, you have the ability to do so. So, but now you have Great Balls as a possibility, so actually, instead of doing that, we have 7 Pokeballs already. Let's go and buy some Great Balls and get that up to 10, which is going to take off, you know, a good chunk of money, but Great Balls are going to be very useful after the Pokeballs are run out. We're going to go back now. Now that we're back in Striaton City, we're going to go back, go left, go up. We're just following the path. Instead of going up towards the daycare center, going left again. And then we'll go up, past the grass, and then we'll be at the cave entrance again. This will be the stopping point for today. Thanks for watching. Hope these tips are helpful. We are 158 in, 12 Pokedex. Thanks for watching.